Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Tower of Doom stream, week 15, day 3. So today, that is not what I want to click on. So today, we ended up getting compensated for something that you guys probably have known about for a little while now. As of the most recent little mini patch, the little mini patch that we had like about a week and a half ago, while it didn't really do anything too useful, it did do something pretty negative unintentionally. And what that was if you opened any guild chest within that time, Guardians were back within that drop table. And the main reason for this is there's something in 4.7 that's going to be changing them slightly because they're going to be putting a different 6 into the drop table, or a new 6, I should say. So they're going to be changing up that slightly. However, some of that snuck into 4.65 and basically made it so it glitched it out and made it possible to go get the Guardians again. And that's basically what this says here. So as it says, hello adventurers! A few weeks ago, which I did the 4.65 patch, we experienced an issue where guild guardians briefly appeared in guild chests, even if the player had all of their guild guardians at mythic with 4 copies. As an apology for this incident, we are giving you these 10 guild keys as compensation, which relative to how many keys some people probably wasted isn't really much, but I personally didn't use any. So that's basically just a free 10 keys. But yeah, they did a little bit of compensation for that. They're normally pretty good about compensating. Might not be like excessively good for like late game players, how much they compensate relative to how much we waste. But it's still nice that they do that. But anyways, here's all of our tasks. Also, did we just get a mythic off a task? We did. It's like the most useless mythic. I forgot to mention that too. A few days ago, this is actually really lucky. The guild ended up getting Plague, as my guild could probably remember the exact day. Yeah, I didn't really remember because it's really useless to me. Because we now have 9 Plagues. I'm pretty sure we have the most copies of Plague in the entire game, gosh. We are currently sitting on 9 Plagues somehow. We just got another one off a Mythic task a couple days ago. And apparently, we've been doing really good on Mythic tasks because look at this. Or I should say Legendary tasks. But look at this. We got ourselves another one. It's a useless one, but it's still another one. We got ourselves Fallen Valdis, which is one of the worst mythics in the game. Probably like top 3 worst mythics. Probably second or third worst. Probably third worst. But yeah, it's really horrifically bad, but you still need it to upgrade Zoom if you're not going Obsidious. So, though Obsidious is way better. But there we go. And let's see, how many copies of her do we have? I believe that's our second copy, actually. Oops, that is not words. I'm still not used to typing on this new keyboard yet, gosh. The layout's a little bit weirder than what I'm used to. Like how it's condensed together on a laptop keyboard. But, okay, we have 3 of her now. All 3 of them are useless. Well, actually, 2 of those are useless. Obviously, we need 1 copy of her. But that's pretty cool. Anyways, next order of business. Let's go to Tower of Doom. We should be able to finish Tower of Doom, and if not finished, get very, very close to finishing. Actually, we'll be a little bit short of finishing. I thought we had a little bit more fireball than that. Never mind. Unless I take haste, but haste this late into the delve isn't really that worth it. What were we on? 18, I believe it is. So let's go head over to the 18. What do we have here? We have ourselves a 2, so let's go do a 2. Oh, good. We do have a hero. That will help speed up a little bit there. So we'll go do this. Still using the skull spam team. Let me make sure I'm using it with attack, though. And should be good to go. Attack, 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 and should be all we need. Guild, Tower of Doom. Don't forget to set the attacks. I did that for like 2 or 3 battles yesterday, and it went so slow. The 12 attack really helps out a lot, especially since we're doing skull spam and not doom skull spam. Skull spam, of course, is a little bit better. Well, we do have some doom skull, but skull spam improves a lot more than doom skull spam when given extra attack bonus, because you're not getting that extra 5 damage per skull. But you can make up for that just by giving some attack medals onto them and be good to go with all the arachnia. But anyways, hello everyone! Hope all of you have been having a good week so far. Hello, Sippleman. Hello, William. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Humberto. Hello, Panos. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Zeddicus. Hello, Cookie. Oh, I said Cookie. Hello, William. Hello, Clarence. And hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome. What do we grab? What do we grab? We'll take a yellow for now. Also, a new mythic right around the corner. This Friday, we are getting a new mythic, and it looks pretty promising. Oh, that's not the move I wanted to take. Let's see. We'll go for a board clear for now. It's going to be very, very situational, and I wouldn't really advise going too far out of your way for it, but it's going to be an interesting option. It's going to be surprisingly effective. Well, we'll just have to see and wait to see its full potential. Okay, I'm going to go for this and see what happens. Apparently not enough. I was hoping it would. Okay, luckily we have enough tank that that's not really going to matter. Though him doing that does. I just got rid of all of our yellow that we needed. Luckily we have Doom Skull alignment, so let's go for that. That was a little bit of a shaky start, but we should be fine here. Do we have alignment? Yes. So plenty of alignment. So we'll go get all that mess. Go get off the bottom. That'll hopefully give us another Divinish Bala. Go for that. Go for a hit. Do the Doom Skull thing again. Already dead. And that should be a match. There we go. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this new mythic. It seems like it's going to be a lot of fun to use. It's not going to be the most meta thing in the game, but it looks really, really fun. It's going to be the best gem spawner currently in the game when used with really specific teams. I think the first thing I'm trying with it is Hero with Anu, the mythic, and then 2 Winter Imps. I feel like that will be the best composition with it, but we'll have to test around and see what other combinations there are. Because I'm pretty sure Humility version of it would be pretty strong too. Though I might not necessarily need Humility, in that you can just get the magic buff off the what's her name? Off the mythic itself. Though Humility would be a bit more consistent, since Humility does gain HP simply from being poked. Also, unfortunately, the Winter Imps are legendaries. They are not commons, like some of the other kind of typings out there. And the main reason I say that is that means they're going to be hard to token, so we can't go token them up easily. Like Guardian troops we could, like Humility for example, Humility, Justice, stuff like that. Those can very easily be upgraded, same as the ones that are going to be coming out next patch. However, stuff like the Imps cannot. Even though they only use 1 color, they actually count as legends, which is very unfortunate that they are considered that way. Alright, we have no good move. I'm just going to clear the board, unless I missed something there. But luckily we got our extra turn there. Do we have any alignment whatsoever? Why does it look like it's a no? Come on, all that board right next to each other, and nothing is next to each other. Or at least properly. Okay, now we can start getting rolling. So we'll do that. We are up against a Doom, so I can risk that. We did not get it, but still got a decent amount of damage in there. Actually, we can just keep risking every time. We do have a 5 gem spawn. However, we do have a Valraven in play, so I might not want to risk it too much. Almost didn't see that little guy there. Okay, alignment. Where are you? Do we have it? Is it worth dropping for? I think we'll just drop for it. Looks like an extra turn right over there. Yep, it is. Okay, take that, take that. Okay, tank down. Now we just need to go and take out the rest. Do we have a Quillen? Yes, we do. So we'll go for that. That should hopefully give us Divinish Bala. Problem with that, though. Divinish Bala doesn't have mana. Now it does. Okay, and now we can go for it. Get the other kill right there. Go for the Scope Poke. Get the last little bit of our mana with a poke. And now we just gotta deal with that thing. Do we have alignment? Well, we'll take that for now. And now we do, and that should almost be matched. We do that, Divinish Bala, and then follow up with hopefully this Blade, and the Valraven instead. We have alignment, and then he's done. And dead. There we go. Easy as that. How do you find imps? They're found during certain seasons. Winter Imp is available right now, which coincidentally is also the best one to use with the new mythic, so it works out perfectly. Basically how they run is Winter Imp is December and January. Oh, and this is Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests. Normally you just get them passively while doing mythics for that month, for the 2 tries that you get. But for December and January is Winter Imp. For February and March it is Imp of Love. For April and May it is Spring Imp. For June and July it is Summer Imp. For August and September, it is Autumn Imp. And for October and November, it is Spooky Imp. And that's when all the imps run. You can also get them in Soulforge whenever if they happen to rotate. They actually rotate in Soulforge normally. Though it takes forever because there's a lot of legends in the game. So it takes like many, many months for them to actually rotate. But those 2 methods are how you get them. I believe it's also technically possible to get it off of a legendary task. However, the chance of specifically getting it there is very unlikely. Normally, the easiest 2 ways is to wait until it eventually comes into Soulforge, or get it during its season. And right now, it's seasonally the Winter Imp for December and January, which is good because that's actually the best imp of the 6 of them anyways. And it'll be good with the new mythic, which works out perfectly. What am I looking for? I'm looking for 2, and what was the other one? 4. 2 and 4. I don't think I'm going to take the haste thingy. Even though we might be a little low on sigils, I think we'll be fine, especially after this heroism. And if we're a few battles short, that won't be too big a deal. We just finish them up tomorrow. We have plenty of week left. It's only halfway through the week. Not even. And we're already almost done with the Tower of Doom. I feel like it normally gets done by Thursday, though sometimes it can get done by Wednesday. Well, I guess if we skip all the haste, that won't happen as often. But if we went for all the haste, we could easily have gotten it done today. That's not too big a deal. 1 day's not going to hurt it. So we have alignment on that, so let me go get that. Hello, Drock Savage. Welcome. Also, I still need to figure out what's going on with the Discord. People keep saying that they still keep getting kicked from it. It's one of the bots that are set up is doing it somehow, some way. And I'm not sure why. But people keep getting unintentionally kicked from the Discord. Oh, grab that for now. Get our other thing. Thank you, William. Greatly appreciated. And hello, Super Scots. Welcome. Okay, we don't have a thing, but we could do that. Then we could divine. And then we could do this thing. I like how I just call it thing, the Doomed Blade. There we go. And then we divine Ishbala. Hopefully have a Quillen follow-up or not even need it. I don't know. We might need to just disable the bots and redo them or something. I'm not sure. But that's becoming a really big problem. It could also just be that their things aren't set correctly on my end. Well, I'll need to double check it later again. Oh, this is the right battle, right? Yeah, it is. It's 4. Should be 4. Yeah, it's 4. This is always like triple, quadruple checking. There we go. It's fine. Let's get into it then. Hello, Steve. Welcome. Ooh, you got a Nisha and a Anu in your previous chest. Nice. Or I assume that's an Anu and not an any. But yeah, I've gotten that 2 or 3 times so far, all of which feel very lucky whenever they occur. And we're only 2 Nishas away from being completed. Unfortunately, we don't get a free Nisha the week of the update itself. It's not until after the fact. We don't get our, we can't start doing the events for next patch until the week after it. So even if we happen to get an update next week, which could happen, but even if we do get an update next week, the new task system won't take effect until the following week. So the week of the new patch will not have the new tasks. It'll have them visible in game, but it'll show them as like auto-completed, so that'll be like free stats probably for a bunch of people. But you won't be able to actually do them the week of the update, just to make sure it doesn't mess up people. Instead, if anyone wants to dump all their last gold on legendary tasks, they can. Let's see, we'll go for that. But yeah, the way the tasks are going to work the week of the update, just that week, is when the update hits, once you reach legendary tasks, it's just going to auto-complete all epic tasks. Not actually giving you the loot of auto-completing it, but auto-completing in the sense that you can't go and do them. Oh, what do we take here? Get that for now. Hello, Zakid! Welcome. And hello, King Rich. Welcome as well. You wonder how many trophies will Explore give in 4.7? Oh yeah, I never did double check to see if they fixed the EXP on it. I hope they did. I'm pretty sure they did. They said they would for a while and then never did, and I assume this is the patch that they were doing it on. Forgot to double check. We'll go for that for now. And then he's dead. I'm not sure if they actually would, though, because that's going to be a pretty overpowered amount of EXP if you can cycle within, like, 30 seconds to get a kill. Because that's 1 EXP per 15 seconds then. Why so many changes lately? Changes to what? To the game? They always do a lot of updates to the game. Lately, on average, they've been averaging, like, what, 6 to 8 updates a year. Somewhere's around there. Normally 4 of which, or 4 to 5 of which are bigger patches. And this one I do feel like is one of the bigger patches. The previous one was obviously a really small one, the 4.65. Like, so small, like, it didn't even happen. And 4.6 was obviously pretty big, too, in October. Because we ended up getting the, what's it called? The ingot, not the ingots. What are they called? The tokens. The tokens, medals, nishas. Or the tokens, medals, badges, all that kind of stuff. Ended up getting added that patch. Yeah, this is their last major patch of the year. Is in about a week. No official date on when's coming, though. It's coming anytime from next Monday to the following Tuesday. Anytime within like that 8-day frame is likely when the patch is coming out. And it really just depends on when it gets confirmed. Which is beyond their control probably at this point. Because they need to wait until it passes on all the platforms. And gets approved. Oh, Valraven, need to make sure that goes down. Need those sigils. We always need those sigils, but even more so right now. Nice. That's a lot of red alignment, wow. Doesn't really help us with anything though. Like a lot of board gets moved, but didn't really do much. Surprisingly. Also, 1 mana short. What are you doing? That is very unfortunate because I can't do anything with that right now. But now we can. And then we just go for a Doomblade. And he's dead. And now he's dead. There we go. So is there any reason to hold on to the excess Light Forge Scrolls? Possibly into the future. As it currently stands, there is only one useful weapon for every single category. And that is the Doom weapon that ends up creating Doom Skulls. Every single other Doom weapon is pretty much useless in comparison. However, we might be getting a new one into the future, and for that reason I would say hoard your scrolls for now. And the only weapon you should ever max is the Doom creating weapon of each color. Of the 2 to 3 weapons that exist for every color, only the one that creates Doom Skulls is viable. Basically this version of every color. The one that does damage to all enemies, creates Doom Skulls, and all that is the one that you want per color to upgrade. Any other Doom weapon you should just ignore for now and don't spend your scrolls on. In case they add something into the future that's going to be just as viable as these. Oh, what do we have here? I guess we'll go for it, just to say. Nice, we got a Sky Skull to save us there for alignment. Ooh, that was such a waste. Only 2 HP. Thought he'd actually go down, but apparently not. We'll go for that for the bottom. Grab ourselves a hit right there. What else? Go for our other thing over there. And then he should hopefully be dead. Or not. 7 HP. Fine, we'll just do an explosion. We can take a skull, but we'll do the explosion method. There we go. How can we get the last Doom weapon? What do you mean by last Doom weapon? You'd have to wait until it cycles back into Soulforge. And it'll cycle back into Soulforge based on what typing it is. Or what kingdom it's from. So for example, this one right now is available right now. Obviously. But after this week, you'd have to wait until another White Helm event. And then when it's another White Helm event, you'd be able to go and craft it. In the case of, for example, this good yellow weapon that I'm currently using. To be able to get this again, you would have to wait until the... let me see if I click on this. You'd have to wait until there's a Drifting Sands event. And when there's a Drifting Sands event, you'll be able to go and buy it with diamonds. Diamonds and those little color things. And yeah, at that point you would just get it then. But yeah, to get one like this, you'd have to wait till Drifting Sands. And every single one is associated to a different kingdom. So you could just click Show All. The easiest way to see them, if you want to see them, is go to Troops, go to Weapons, go to Show All or Show Unowned. I'll click Show All since I own everything. And then go over to... what am I looking for here? I'm looking for whatever kingdom it's from. Actually, you could just probably click Show All and just type in Doom, actually, now that I think about it. And then that would bring up all of the Doom weapons that you don't own if you click on Show Unowned. And then you simply see what kingdom it's from. So for here, we can see we get this during Drakzoom. We get this one during Broken Spire. We get this one during Magrim Woods. We get this one during Sinner Mirage Week. And we get this one during Golvania. And those are the only relevant ones, including the one that we're using right now, of course, the Drifting Sands one. But it only occurs during the kingdom itself, when you'll be able to go and get it. And I'm not sure if any of those are happening anytime soon, but that's when they end up occurring. Similarly, that's how we already know that next week's going to be a what's it called? A Rope Dart. If we go to Rope Darts, we can see that's Pride Lands, and next week is a Pride Lands week. So in Soulforge, you'll be able to go get yourself a Rope Dart. Anyways, back to the Tower of Doom. Back to there, back to there. What was the other room we needed? 20. No, there's another. 3 and 4, right over here. Oops, I almost did a 2 earlier. Good thing we didn't. No, I was mostly just clicking it to show the thing. Okay, I'll get a mountain everywhere. We'll grab a... Do we have Divinish Bala? Yes. We'll go for that, and then we'll hopefully go right into Doomskull. And it'll probably be dead. No, we did not have it, so we'll go for... no option's good. We'll stick that for now. Now we have a good option. So we'll go for this. Hopefully have our Doomskull follow up. Yes, we do. And then hopefully we have our Quillen. Which we do not. But we do have that. So we'll do that. Hopefully have this again, though it doesn't seem like we do. Still doesn't seem like we do. Might still just go for it, though. It's probably not worth it. It gives him so much value. Let's take that for now, actually. Nice, I actually extra turned. Somehow. Go for Divinish Bala. Can we get this Doom weapon already? There we go. Now we have Doom weapon alignment. Grab this down if we have it. Actually, let's take that first. Then we can grab that. Grab a... Actually, we'll go for Doom weapon. Get that in there. And then hopefully have alignment on this once we move it. No. Still worth it, though. So we'll go for it. Oh, I could have went for the Doom weapon. Never mind. He's already dead. Doesn't even matter. Yeah, it is starting to get somewhat slow. We could end up going to Iron Gut, actually. And just do it with an Iron Gut spam. This one only becomes really good at these final battles now. But worst comes to worst, we could just do a Gorgotha Iron Gut team if we really wanted to. If this gets too slow. Though we're almost at the slowest possible speed it can go. Like as far as the battle that we're up against. Also, we could speed this up by putting a assassin or something in first slot. However, it would bring us to a really high liability of dying. But it would substantially increase the speed when we're not up against a Doom. And then when we are up against a Doom, we just be able to use the higher Doom capabilities of this weapon. And we'll do that, throw that down. Hopefully have a Divine somewheres. We'll hopefully have this somewheres. Close enough, we get a 5 spawn. And get a Divine Shpala. Like against these, it goes at a pretty decent speed. Because obviously these Doom weapons are technically only supposed to be used against these Dooms. However, they're so strong in many other instances that you can use them for pretty much any battle. However, theoretically, their actual purpose is to only fight these Dooms right over here, which is why it works so well in this battle right now. We do not have a good alignment, though. I'm just going to go for it. Get our 5 spawn and get lucky. Yep, there we go. Yeah, we are finally getting Rope Dart next week. I believe it's the first time it's been craftable under the new system, which is pretty relevant because it's such an insanely good weapon. Okay, we're almost there. We're at 21, 22, 23, 24, and then 25. And 25 has its own fireball, which is kind of funny, so we could just fireball that. So one of those fireballs we use for that. Let's see, where do we allocate all of our resources then? So we got a power. I think I could skip the power. How are we on stats? Yeah, we could probably skip the power at this point. We're at high enough stats that the powers have almost no impact. You eventually reach a point where they don't. Also, I forgot to even claim this orb. We did get this earlier. Anything good? No, we just keep alternating between greens and oranges. That's so horrible. Haven't gotten a good orb for like a week now. But what are we on right now? We're on 21. So we have 5 floors left. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, 5 floors left. So we have 1 instant skip the entire floor. We also have 1 fireball thing. So the skip we probably do for the Spirit Fox team, just so we don't have to switch into HP. So whichever one that one is what we use that for. And then fireballs, we use probably... We're going to have 3 fireballs by that point. Though, is that the whole skipped floor? Because we might use a fireball on it. I don't know. I guess we'll have to judge it by the time we hit 23. Because then we skip one of these few, whichever one the Spirit Fox is on. And then we could probably fireball right into the final battle there. Since we could just fireball into the fireball, and then fireball to unlock, and then final battle it. And one of these two, I believe, is the one that we go use the full thing on. But anyways, let's just move forward and be able to take it then. So we're on 21. It was literally just on the screen. We're just going to take 3 here and skip the power. And go from there. Was that the team you showed me yesterday? It wouldn't paste for whatever reason yesterday when I was doing it. I copy pasted exactly as you posted it and it wouldn't let me put it in. Could you just say what the team was? Oh, we'll take that over. Grab our Gorgotha. Hopefully have alignment on it somewhere. One of these few should. Let's go for that for now. And now we should be good to roll. Ideally, in most of these battles, we'll just be able to keep spamming this weapon, as this weapon will substantially increase the speed at which we can win, even if we take a little bit extra damage that way. Is it worth doing this? Probably not. I'm going for it, though. I need the mana. There we go. And then we get all that mess. Grab this again only if we have alignment. Does not look like it though. It's gonna board clear, I think. Hopefully we get a better board to actually do stuff with. Looks like it. Divine Shpala. That condenses all that, and then we just do that, and then he's dead. There we go. I know, next Guild War is gonna have a lot of rope darts. However, next Guild War is also going to be under next patch. So we're also going to be 27 out of 30 at that point. Which is going to be nice. Was that the only room we need since we're skipping power here? For this one power? It's the only power we've skipped so far. Normally I do if it's like a 20 plus power room. They're still good to go for, but there's a point where it has such a diminishing return that it's almost a waste. Okay, so we'll go into the next one. Normally, if you go Chief Dog on, you try use it in first slot. I guess it would be fine since your Gorgotha would be replaced every single time though, so you could kind of let it die if you needed to. The only big issue with Chief Dog on is he only does his attack buff to things below him. I really wish they did make him a full team attack buff. Actually, I wish he would have made him something that's completely different. It's just so weird that he gains an attack buff that doesn't synergize in really any way, other than that he has a high score reduction. Or by high, I mean 50%, but it doesn't really synergize with his ability, though. Or his ability doesn't synergize with the concept of the troop with the bleed and everything. Which is a weird mixed match. Yeah, Flamer is a nice pickup to have if you can eventually get it. It's not like a must-have, because in many teams that you use Flamer, you can use their Skea Crown, which you get for free just from completing out the Skea questline. So it's not too big a deal, but it's still relevant. It's one of the better gem spawning weapons in the game. Or among one of them, anyways. Go for that again. Another big hit. Unfortunately, he has that auto revive thing. Do we have any alignment here? Good enough. We'll go for that and then hopefully have the Doom Skull. Yes, we do. Perfect. Always good to get that on guarantee alignment if we can. Not right there, but luckily the 5 spawn did help us get it. Grab the other thing. Get ourselves Divine. And he's pretty much dead. And yeah, we just throw that down and he's dead. There we go. Easy as that. Okay, this room. Oh, I should start checking to see if these are Spirit Fox. No, this is the annoying Astral Spirit one. But it's not as bad as Spirit Fox. So Spirit Fox is probably the next room then. Oh, that's unfortunate because that's a Fireball room. I'm going to have to Fireball the Fireball then, possibly. That will actually do the Fireball. Actually, I believe I do that room. And then we Fireball that. Fireball that. So basically what we do is do that room. Heroism the floor. Fireball that. Fireball that. Fireball that. Fireball that. And we're at the final battle. Which means we only have to do, like, what, 4 more battles then? Because we just do a 5 here, take the final room. Then we take the Fireball there. Clear out the entire floor with a Heroism. And then Fireball, 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 Fireball. And then final battle. And that should be our pattern, assuming that the Spirit Fox appears on 23. And if not, we just Fireball this whole floor and do the same thing, just one floor off. But anyways, this is battle number 5, and then we move forward. But yeah, we should hopefully have enough sigils here. If we got one more Valraven, I believe we have enough. Actually, even if we don't get a Valraven, this might be enough. Because we have 4 battles left. Okay, so we would need 1 Valraven. However, it is a pretty good chance we'll find one. That'd be funny for 1 battle short. Maybe I should have taken that haste scroll. I don't think it would be worth going for out of our way for, though. Worst comes to worst, we'll just do the final battle tomorrow. Not that big a deal. Do we have alignment? Kind of, not really. Let's go for it. Get our mana going, get the board set up. Can we do anything? Kind of. We'll do that. Should definitely give us that. Which should hopefully give us this. Not aligned, though. It's not a battle where we could just get the free gem spawn. But that's aligned. I got 1 down. Nice. Wow, that actually went perfectly right over there. Very nice. And let's go for another Doom thing, as many of those as we can. What do we have here? I guess we go for the Divine and get that cascaded. Right back into another Doom. He's gonna do that annoying revive thing. All the reds make it so we have Divine Ishbala again. What do we have? I guess we go for it. And that should give us Divine. Oh, that didn't actually. Just kind of assumed it would. Apparently not. Don't you dare get a summon. Good. He didn't go for the summon option. I would have slowed this down slightly, but luckily he did not. And you should be dead. There we go. Let's see. Oh no, you had to spend money on it because you ran out of diamonds. That's unfortunate. Yeah, you always want to sometime double check like what might be coming up ahead of time. You can do that on the website in the description below. I believe it's first link in the description or second link. Let me see where to go. What even is my description these days? I need to go update this. Yeah, this website right over here underneath the troop spoilers, you can see ahead of time when things are going to be coming in. Oh, whoops, don't, I need to make sure I copy the code correctly. I have that on my copy paste as well. 1 second. But yeah, that website right over there, underneath the troop section, has all the weapons that'll be coming in. All the ones that, like you just compare it to the kingdom that's going to be coming in. I don't think there's a page that specifically shows what ones are going to come into Soulforge. There's a page for upcoming troop, weapons. However, it only shows the ones that don't exist, not the ones that are going to be coming per week. But the easiest way to tell it per week is underneath the troop page, see what kingdom is next week, and then go from there. So for example, next week we, let me just go to the page. So if we go over to the troop page, neither of those are the troop page. Come on, where's the troop page? Return to main menu. So if we go over to troop page, the one all the way in the first one, we can see that next week is Pride Land, so we know we're going to be getting Rope Dart and stuff. The following week is Mergrim Woods. Oh, so we'll be getting one of those Doom weapons. I believe the brown one was from there. I forget which one. But you just go and the easiest way to see is, so 2 weeks from now is Mergrim Woods. So to go there, you go to click Show All, click Mergrim Woods, and 2 weeks from now we can see that we will be able to go, oops, wrong section. Make sure you're under weapons. Do that, click Show All, click Mergrim Woods. And now we should be able to see all the ones. And if you click Show All, it'll show the ones that you even don't own. And that means next week we will be able to craft. You'll be able to craft Doomed Glaive, Hope's Crescent, and Wolfhammer. The Crimson Insignia will be available for $5. And these 3 you gain from leveling. And this one you get from 250 wins on the Mergrim Woods hero class of Warden. And that's how you get these. So these 3 will be in Soulforge. This one's $5, and these 3 are from leveling, and that one's from 250 wins on Mergrim Woods hero class of Warden. And you can just do that for any of them. Though you might not know exactly where each one is from. I just naturally do, just because I have them all memorized. But these would be generally like the weapons that would be available. These you'd likely already have, so you'd kind of know that you don't need them. Since you just get them from leveling, would likely already have it. This one, you might not be able to tell it's a hero weapon. However, any single color mythic weapon is a hero weapon, always 100% of the time. So in that regard, you can kind of tell that way. This one, I don't think you have any way of telling it's a $5 weapon. I just know it is. And these 3 are in Soulforge. Also, Doom weapons are always Soulforgeable. So that's if they're in red, that's an easy way to tell that they're definitely in Soulforge as well. These can be hit or miss because sometimes they're available for $5 and other times they aren't. These, like any weapon can be available for $5 with one of the offer things that they do. But as far as the ones that are only available, this is one of them, though it's a useless weapon. But anyways, yeah. So Soulforge, these three. Hope's Crescent isn't that bad either, but if you had the choice between Hope's Crescent and Doom's Glaive is definitely the better option. And do keep in mind you get Rope Dart the week prior, so definitely craft that. But anyways, that's the full breakdown of those in 2 weeks from now. Anyways, on to the next thing. Tower of Doom, fight. Battle 22. What floor are we, or what rooms do we need to do here? That was it, unless we want to haste, but I'm pretty sure we'll find a Valraven. I hope so, we need one. I feel like we're about at that time when we find a Valraven. Soon, TM. There it is. Because we haven't gotten one for several rooms. Okay, what do we even take here? I guess we go for this and go for Lucky Quillin. Nope, no Quillin. Well, I guess we just take mana. And hope he gives us a board that we can use. I could just risk it with the Doom. I think I go for it. All in, go. Did we get it? Yes, good. Got our extra turn. Oh, no, we didn't. Oh, no, we're frozen. We did, but we're frozen. Fail. Okay, I need to cleanse him. He needs to not be frozen. It's really important that he's not. Okay, and hopefully we can get this rolling now. Oh, no. Valraven's full mana. We can't lose our turn. Gotta be really careful. Okay, good. Never mind. I forgot that drains yellow mana. We're fine. We're fine. I forgot. This weapon's one of the... I'd probably place this as... Oh, no. It's actually not one of the slightly better ones. But it does drain yellow. I thought that was the purple weapon for a second. Oh, no. I feel like the green and purple ones are the best. And the green one's actually available in 2 weeks from now. A lot of good weapons coming to Soulforge in the very near future. Oh, what do we have for move? I'd rather risk it, but he's so close. But he's also going to be drained on mana if I do it. Okay, there we go. We got it guaranteed now. That's better. And I'll keep mana draining him. Gotta get as many of those as we can to keep mana draining. I am going to have to go for this, which will hopefully give us a good Divine that will feed into our other weapon. Do we have Divine here? Yes, good. So go for that. Get all of our mana that we need. Go for our other thing right over there. That will then allow us to go and Doomed Blade... No, we'll take that for now. Grab herself... I'm just going to risk it. Oh, that's... Oh, yeah, I guess that kind of worked. Okay, I guess we do it again. I think we just keep spamming it until we get it to work properly. There we go. We'll go for a Quillin. Actually, we don't go for a Quillin. We go for Divine Shpala. And he should be dead. Off of Doom. There we go. That worked rather weirdly, but it got it down. Hello, Moon Dancer! Welcome. Oh, does the Soulforge history page actually have it? I think it has the weapon rotation. Oh, wait. Wait, does it? I know it has it for troop rotation. Does it actually list out what weapons are available each time? Like, I know what they are, but some people might not. Just by looking at them. Okay, here's the Spirit Fox room. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take out the Fireball room manually. Good, it's on a 2-2, so it'll be really easy. Supposedly. But we'll take out this room. We then Heroism. And then we Fireball, 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 and then Final Boss. And then that's it. We're finished with Tower of Doom. I haven't been doing much dungeons lately. Just because there isn't much loot that we need off them other than Chaos Shards. And the only reason we even need some amount of Chaos Shards is to get 2,500 factions. For their renown. But with potion effects and diamonds, we can kind of bypass even needing to do them. Not only does that give us a lot of them, but it is just so much more quicker and efficient. And sometimes for many kingdoms, you have to do that. There isn't even another option. You just have to use potion effects, otherwise it's just near impossible. Unless you try attempting it literally every day for months on end. Because some of them are that difficult. Without the extra stats, that is. With extra stats, most of them are pretty straightforward. Makes it more of a fair fight. But when you're outstatted so hard, it's definitely annoying. There we go. And I think that's all we need to do now. Other than the final battle. Because now we just go start spamming every scroll that we've had throughout the entire delve. Well, Ketris, you can live without a Ketris, I feel like, for the most part. It's a good utility to have because you can do Ketris with Divinia, you can do Ketris with Arskea Shield, you can attack buff it with a Earth's Fury. But, I don't know, I don't use it too often. I feel like Tower of Doom is the most common place I tend to use it. Particularly Tower of Doom on, obviously, the 3 colors where it's associated, brown, red, and green. But other than that, I don't feel like I use him too much. He's an okay option, he's just not the best option for a lot of things. He has the same problem as Rowan, but not as much as Rowan. And that as he loses stats, he loses a good amount of his damage. One nice thing about Ketris, though, of course, he uses 3 different stats. So if you reduce all of his armor off a Mang or something, it's not as big a deal. Like, Rowan being hit by a Mang is devastating, whereas Ketris being hit by a Mang, while it's bad, it's not going to be the end of his usability for that battle. Whereas Rowan is basically useless after it gets Manged for the most part, or any similar effect that tears all armor. Okay, so I believe the plan now is Heroism, completed. Fireball, 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 Final Boss. Sounds like a plan. Okay, so we use Heroism here. Yes, and the reason I'm doing this is because Spirit Fox. You can actually HP buff out of kill range now with HP things, but since we're currently using them for attack with this team, might as well still just skip it. However, metals do make it pretty nice to survive, since you could just do a 24 HP buff to get your HP high enough. And now we Fireball on 24. What do we need? 5 and 2. So we'll do it on 5. Use a Fireball. I just realized, you can't Fireball the final room, can you? I'm actually going to have to do that one room, aren't I? Fireball this one. So I might actually have to do 2 rooms then. That should be the unlock. Yes, it is. And never mind, we have 2 more rooms we gotta go do. This one and then the final one. Sounds like a plan. Also, I need to make sure I use my next Fireball on the Fireball in the next room. It has to be used on that one first, so we still have a Fireball scroll. Okay, I'll take that down. Grab herself a green over there. Get her mana flowing. Hopefully have alignment here. Doesn't look like it. I'm just going to go for mana, clear the board, go from there. Actually, we'll go for that. Grab the other thing over. I think we board clear, because this is a pretty bad board right now. Hopefully have something good here to use. Doesn't quite look like it. We're up against a Doom, so I'll just risk it. And it worked out, kind of. Okay, do have a board used now. Still a no somehow. I guess we go for this and just hope it cascades in a way that's useful. Not quite, but we can do that now. And should be able to get this rolling finally. No, still not quite all the way. Well, kind of. We can do that. Then hopefully into Divine Ishbala, then hopefully into Doomblade. Doesn't look like we have it at the moment though, but we can always risk it. Yeah, I guess we risk it. Come on, alignment, go. Nope, didn't get it. Oh, yes, we did. Right off the top, nice. So grab that, get herself another divine thing. Grab herself a quill in there. Grab the other thing over. Attempt for that. Got it. And attempt for it again, and hopefully dead. And somehow still not dead. Here, I have another one. There we go. Yeah, High King Iron Gut's definitely highest priority for crafting. Between Ketris, Possessed King, and Iron Gut, I would definitely say the order is Iron Guts. Actually, the second one might be kind of dependent on what you want to do. But I'd probably go... I don't know. It depends if you already have an option for Tower of Doom. You either would go Iron Gut, Ketris, Possessed King, or you'd go Iron Gut, Possessed King, Ketris. The main benefit of going Ketris after Iron Gut is you get a +1 magic bonus permanently if you can get to 10-star Darkstone. However, if you're nowhere near close to 10-star Darkstone, it's probably a better option to pick up Ketris. Because one of the biggest alternative benefits of picking up Possessed King, other than using him for some things, is he does permanently give you +1 magic if you can 10-star Darkstone. And he's required to 10-star Darkstone currently until they add another mythic to the kingdom. Seriously, what's this error? That's the second time to stream. I haven't been having any connectivity issues with this new internet other than with Gems of War. But anyways, let me fireball the fireball, and then we do it on 3. So we go 2 and then go 3, and then we take our final battle, final boss room. So we'll do that. We gain another fireball. We do it on 3. This will give us unlock, and then we do it on final room, and that will be our final battle of Tower of Doom. And if we wanted to cheese it, we could do it with extra stats. Let's see. We could do it with 100% extra stats, but we'll play it normally, since this is the final battle we'll be doing anyways. But let's go do it. If we somehow lose this, we'll go do the 100% stats. I highly doubt we'll lose it, though. Unless they just take really, really dangerous moves. And then after this, we're done with Tower of Doom for the week. Okay, Quillen, do we bother with you? Probably not. We'll stick yellow for now. Okay, I'm just going to risk it. Actually, no, we're not even risking it. We already have alignment, so we'll go for that. He's silenced, but that's not really going to matter much. Has a lot of 50% score reduction. That does matter. Reduces our skull by quite a large amount. Even if we try AoEing him, he's going to go and reduce that as well. Oh, I had to do it like that. I just ruined the alignment for the purples. And I even captured them, which made it even worse. But we'll go for the guarantee thing right there. Get our AoE poke. Get that thing clipped. Go for the other Doom weapon again. Rinse and repeat. I'm actually gonna go for that. Ooh, that's a pure miss right there. Ouch. And against Orion too. Ouch. Ooh, he actually finally got a kill on us. Killed our first slot. And that's what happens when we miss with that. Off a random chance. Oh, looks like we got it now. And that's match. Yep, he's already dead. There we go. I believe our hero had even higher attack, so all he really did was increase our attack damage output. And there we go. That is Tower of Doom completed, because you do not get any loot beyond floor 25. Like 25, you still get loot, but 26 and beyond, you don't get any of those little color scrolls. And once you reach stage 12, which we already had even prior to reaching that, you don't get any more loot from that. So once you've reached, your guild has reached stage 12, and you personally have reached 26, you don't actually have to do Tower of Doom anymore, unless you want to go further on leaderboard. However, leaderboard rewards are so minuscule that it's not really that worth it, given that the difference between making 50th or lower and making like top 50 to 20, I believe, it's only a 15 gem difference and a 1 copy of Doom difference, which is basically 0 resources. And even if you go a little bit higher than that, that's only an extra 25 gems, which is pretty small relative to how much more you'd have to do. And the only ones that are like particularly good, I guess, are like the top 3, but the amount of gems you have to pay to even get to that point is not really worth it. So, yeah, not really needed. But there we go. Tower of Doom completed then. Let's go hand out a code, and then go mess with our dailies, and then probably try finding that Nisha we need, because we are still on a 2 Nisha hunt. That has not changed. But there you guys go. There's the redeem code. Used on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. I had no problem. If anyone else has any other questions, let me know. Or if I accidentally missed anything in chat. Also, hello, Viper. Welcome. Just let me know, and we'll make sure to go over it all. But anyways, dailies time. Let's go finish those out. Or start them, I should say. Looks like a bunch of free XP today. A bunch of useless ones. But hey, free Slayer XP. Slayer XP, Slayer XP. All good. Isn't Wrath better option because Isabel converts green to yellow? You could use Wrath. I just like using the Divinish Ball of Quillen combo, as it tends to have a better loop. I feel like you'd have a higher initial impact with the, what's his name? With the, Wrath. But, you wouldn't really be able to use him in first slot, as he dies way too quickly. And having him on the back just for the converts, it'll probably get a quicker start, but I feel like as the battle goes on, you won't have as good of a loop for the coloration, because you'll keep denying the color that you need, because you need the yellow on the board so that all your yellows actually accumulate mana, and if you end up denying those, that could be a bit of a problem, because during most of those battles, you'll notice that we keep getting the Doom weapon up pretty much immediately, and the main reason for that is Quillen feeds yellow into it, and any of our excess yellow, given that our Gargoltha normally holds its mana, just goes straight into our Doom weapon. Also, when using Priest Hero class, we have a +4 yellow. +2 off of Priest and +2 off of the banner, which is another reason for keeping yellow on the board. You don't have to run it with Priest, of course, but with the method I was doing it, we kind of needed to have it that way, just so we could utilize the high amount of yellow game to get the whole team filled with mana pretty much constantly, very easily. Its damage output might be slightly lower, but it has a better loop, which is the main reason why I ran it. It's kind of like the reason why you run Truffle instead of Iron Gut. Truffle might be slower, but it's way more consistent at not losing. Not that Iron Gut loses a lot, but you know, it's really consistent once it gets going. And that's basically the whole methodology behind using Divinish Ball of Quillen. It's just a really consistent team, even if it's slightly slower. It's one of the other reasons I kind of use this team too. Well, this one isn't slow by any means though. But actually, it's a slightly different reason why I actually use this in Key Team. Because you notice I'll still use Key Team even though there's things quicker than Key Team. And the main reason for that in this regard is they still win at a similarly quick speed. But they also passively gain other resources. In this case, gold. And in the case of the other one, a lot of gold and some treasure maps. And while treasure maps are obviously useless, there's a possibility they become ever so somewhat viable into the future. That patch should be coming by 5.0. Maps finally being useful again. Though 5.0 isn't planned until like summer of next year or something. It was originally supposed to be early next year, but they keep moving it. For all we know, it might not even happen next year. No, it definitely should. 5.0 is like almost 100% happening next year. And so far, every single 0.0 patch has been gigantic as far as what they ended up implementing. 1.0 was launch. 2.0 was traits. Like literally the existence of traits. Traits did not exist prior to 2.0. 3.0, I believe, was Guild War. And 4.0 was Underworld. Yeah, 3.0 was the start of a bunch of guild-related events. Initially, it was just Guild Wars, but then, of course, we got the other ones eventually. And Guild Wars, to some people, is probably the best feature in the entire game. Because it's the most competitive thing in the entire game. Other than maybe PvP leaderboard. Like the really top end of PvP leaderboard. But as far as things that people are basically at an even footing on, Guild Wars is probably the biggest one. Or I shouldn't really say even footing, because you can still have a way more upgraded than others. But even footing as in, it's the most skill-based location in the entire game. Let's see. How far can a maxed out legendary team go in Tower of Doom? It depends what you're trying to do it with. Like, it really depends on the coloration. Like, obviously, if you're on yellow and you have Divinish Bala Quillen as an option, that can go pretty far. Because you can... It's not an infinite loop team, but it's really close to infinite loop. Especially when you have other assisting troops onto it, like Gorgotha and such. But it can get pretty far. If you can get to 25, you just got through the entire thing. So we could theoretically go infinite with what we just did. It might be a little bit slower, but it can go all the way. You can keep going as long as you really want it to. Oh, so why am I still using this team? Well, I guess we're just going to keep using it. We already started. Might as well keep going. This is not what I meant to use. I meant to switch over to Key. I think I meant to, but accidentally misclicked on this. But this is not meant for doing dungeons. However, it can do dungeons if it has to, as you can see. Though it's not ideal for that. But there we go. Also, let me go change these back to normal. And by back to normal, I mean 20% and 2 armors. Okay, so let's go back to our grind. What are we here? Actually, you know what? I'm going to skip on that one. I'm going to go do just Urskea for now. And not level up our hero class. Because I want to try getting Anisha. This helps speed us up to get Anisha. Also, enjoy it while we can, because I'm pretty sure Urskea will eventually have immune to poison troop in it. Though I don't believe its faction is bringing anything with immune to poison currently, though they're probably going to change that after they see how many people are probably running Scorpius in this kingdom. Let me go double check. Last I recall there wasn't one though, but they can easily fix it within seconds. Let's see. Is that the one? I believe that's the one from Mergrim Woods. The Werewoods. I'm almost guaranteed that is. I mean, not Mergrim Woods. I mean, Urskea. Let me double check. I would need to go to a different page for that. Where's that page? No, that's the troop. I don't want that. That's the other troop that's coming out this Friday. I don't want that. That's YouTube info. I don't want that. Where's the thing? Class spoilers, troop spoilers, kingdom spoilers. Is that one the one for Urskea? I believe so. Yes, this one is for Urskea. So Beastly Banner, or the Beastly Place, is for Urskea. That's what I thought. Just double checking. Do any of these have immune to poison? No. 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 And no. Yeah, they still haven't changed it. So that means Urskea is still, for a little bit longer, going to have 0 troops that have immune to poison unless they decide to last minute add an immune to poison, which honestly I feel like they're going to. However, as the spoilers currently stand, even on January 17th when it gets a new faction, or a faction associated to it, it will not be adding an immune to poison unless they change that between now and then. But as it currently stands, it looks like it will not have one. In which case, next time you see Scorpius, you might want to pick it up. Because there's not another anything coming to Urskea anytime soon after that. So if they're not going to change it last minute to add an immune to poison to Urskea, it will remain the only kingdom with no immune to poison for at least several more months. But unfortunately, Scorpius might not be up for a while. Well, then again, never mind. I shouldn't say that. The drop table just recycled. So Urskea could literally be next week. Even though it was pretty recently, a couple weeks ago, the cycle did finally reset. So he could literally be next week. Anytime within 1 week from now to like 2 months from now, you'd be able to craft a Scorpius if you don't already have one. The day you get Scorpius will be the day they make immune to poison. I know, right? Yeah, that's one of the only reasons why I was kind of hesitant to it. Because, or to tell people to like go for it the previous time, was the second they add immune to poison in Urskea, his viability is going to drop so hard. He doesn't become useless at that point, but the only thing he's currently meta for is exactly what we're doing right now. And if they ever did anything to make Urskea not viable for him, he would instantly become useless. Or not useless, but to a degree that you wouldn't use him for anything meta-related. Like, he's still good in poison-related teams. If you're up against a team that has no immune to poison, like, this team will always work. The only problem is finding a team with immune to poison, or not immune to poison, because there are more troops in the game with immune to poison than any other immunity in the game, which is one of the reasons why you don't normally run this for something like PvP or Delves or anything like that, because you're almost guaranteed to run into a poison. But Urskea Explorer is a consistent area that currently has 0% chance to find an immune to poison, with the only exception being that the Mechanome does have immune to poison, in that it has Impervious. However, it's very rare that you're going to find a Mechanome, especially when it's not a Delve event, or a Vault event. Yeah, Scorpius was pretty recently, but the table has reset. So he can be any week now, even though he was just a month ago. He could literally be next week, Soulforge, because the cycle has already repeated. Or, it restarted back. So he's back in the drop table as a potential thing that could drop. Though there's only like a 5% chance he'll be available this Monday, because there's still like 30 other mythics that are also on the drop table. I guess it's higher than 5% then. I'm not sure what the exact percent would be. Maybe closer to 10% chance that it'll be in Soulforge on Monday. But it's definitely not guaranteed, but it is technically possible. Does Curse eliminate anti-poison? Yes. However, there's generally not enough room in a team like this in order to do that, unless we get a hero class that has Curse, which currently does not exist. However, there is a hero class that has Stun, but the Stun is only at 25% chance per turn. And I believe that is War Priest, if I'm not mistaken. Whatever that war thing was called. I think it was War Priest. Because Stun will work on things that have only immune to poison, but not impervious. And Curse would obviously work on anything, even if they have impervious, as long as you don't have indestructible. So the only things you wouldn't be able to do are the 6 Doom troops. However, you could easily just do an Explorer in a place that isn't one of those 6 Doom troops. Oh, we got it! Oh no. No, 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 no. Now we're only 1 Nisha away. Now I feel the obligation to grind like crazy. Oh no. We need to. No, probably not tonight. But it's the weekend. We'll probably do it this weekend. But then again, we have a new... Oh no, we only have... Yeah, we'll do it this weekend. We'll easily get it this weekend. But yeah, we're only 1 Nisha away. We're so close. Look at that. We got 2, 2, and 2. Too bad there's not a way to screenshot them all next to each other. We're on 2, 2, 2 right now. Wait, you can actually set these? No, it just show you what they upgrade to. I was going to say, they don't even do anything. Yeah, you can set these, but they're not really that worth it, obviously. But yeah, 2, 2, 2. We're almost there. 2 metal Nishas, 2 badges of Nisha, and 2 tokens of Nisha. And 1 more token will make that a 3 medals of Nisha. We are so close, yet so far, because that 1 Nisha could literally take an entire week if we get unlucky enough. So far, our dry streak was around 20 to 30 hours over the course of 10 days. I think it was closer to 30 hours. That's the longest I've ever gone without a single Nisha. And hopefully we can get lucky. So far, I've never gotten 2 chests in a row that have a Nisha in it. Maybe we can go find one magically. Use up all of our luck for the day. Or the week. Or the month. Oh no, we better not use up all of our luck yet. We need to go get the mythic this Friday. Hopefully we won't want to burn through too many keys. We got ultra lucky on the previous mythic, so we're probably going to get unlucky this time. We got it within, what, 50 keys or 100 keys last time? Something absurdly low. I think Salty's streaming Puzzle Quest tonight. Also, we really need to finish up Puzzle Quest. However, I might be streaming some, what's it called? Mario Maker 2 tomorrow. I forgot that I have never streamed it. And depending on what time the update launches, I'll probably do it. To some amount. And if not, I'll probably do it this weekend. Because it's actually a really interesting update that will make Mario Maker 2 almost into a Zelda Maker. Because they're adding a power-up that basically makes it like Zelda. Or like Link, I should say. Which is going to be a lot of fun. Because it basically makes it into a 2D Zelda game. You could make literally any map into a 2D Zelda game. Essentially. There's going to be a lot of creative things that will end up getting made out of that. And I never streamed it, so I might as well. I was away in Chicago when it actually launched, and then just never got around to streaming it. And we will be streaming out and finishing Puzzle Quest, by the way. I hope to do that by the end of this year. So we can easily get it done in like a few days. Even one day if we spend like literally the entire day doing it. Because we're almost to the point where we're going to be overpowered in Puzzle Quest soon. Once we reach level 25 and get ourselves some good crafted gear, we're pretty much going to be set for the rest of the game. Also, has anyone who has Puzzle Quest tried using the multiplayer on it? Is it still local only, or what's up with that? Because if it has real multiplayer on it, I would love to face some of you. Especially if some of you are close to completing out the game. Though even if you're not, I'm like only halfway there as well. Actually, I think I'm a little bit less than halfway. However, the first half of the game goes slower than the later half. Because the later half you normally become overpowered, whereas the first half you're underpowered. What do we take here? We'll get that. Grab a mountain. Oh, don't silence that. I needed that mana. That's unfortunate. It's going to make this go so much slower now. Let's take that for now. Kind of need to be unsilenced. It's going to be really annoying. He even has a summon and everything. Such an annoying combo. Alright, now we have to deal with that one. Okay. Well, one of them cleansed. Not the right one, though. But it won't matter. He's killed with Scorpius. Oh, no, he killed us. Luckily, that has no penalty in this battle. As long as Scorpius doesn't die, in which it will slow us down our speed by a lot. Hello, Haley! Welcome. But yeah, I definitely gotta try for a few chests before we end this stream. I can't not that we're only one Nisha away. Then tomorrow night, if I don't get it tonight, we'll probably have 3 Nishas. And if not tomorrow night, 100% by this weekend. This weekend is... We are not ending this weekend without getting 1 Nisha. And then we finally have our plus 12 magic bonus forever. And then we need more Nishas, because then we can start upgrading mythics. That's going to be a long, tedious process. I still have 0 mythics upgraded. It's probably going to stay like that for a while. can you please show or go over the Doom Tower team? You're having trouble with it this time around? Sure. I have a somewhat mid-range team. However, it does require one of the Doom weapons you might not have. We also went over several of them during the Monday video if you haven't checked it out. I didn't really explain how to use them, but I showed the teams. But this is what we're currently using. Gorgotha, Doom Axe, Divine Ishbala, and Quillin uses 0 mythics. However, Doomed Axe you might not have, and there isn't a proper replacement for it. I guess if you don't have Doomed Axe, you can go for maybe Mang or Earth's Fury and kind of run it that way. Maybe even Earth's Fury. Like, if you have Earth's Fury, you could probably use that behind Divine Ishbala, Quillin. The only problem with using Mang is you block Quillin's red, which is a problem. Whereas if you use Earth's Fury, you can just use it behind all that mess. But the team is Gorgotha, Doomed Axe, Divine Ishbala, Quillin. Gorgotha is there to tank with 75% score reduction. It's also mana generates and has cleanse for when you get frozen or entangled. Doomed Axe is one of your primary damage sources. It creates a bunch of Doom Skulls, converts all purple to Doom Skull, and it also creates 5 additional Doom Skulls when up against a Doom, which is what all the final battles are for every single floor. Divine Ishbala has a red to Skull and a green to yellow. Green to yellow gives yellow to your entire team. This also gives 40% mana to your entire team except for Gorgotha. And you'll be able to get Skull spam into the fact that it does red to Skull, and that Quillin creates red. It converts away purple to red, so you have to be careful with that with Doomed Axe, as it does get to get rid of its color. However, you board clear enough that it doesn't matter. You also have a double bless here, so you can use this as a cleansing option as well. And it also gains a little bit of magic, which synergizes into the fact that this does AoE damage, and that will give it additional damage per cast. So generally, the order that you do this team in is Quillin, Ishbala, Doom Axe as far as your casts. You can also end up doing Divine Ishbala Axe over and over again until you have a Quillin opening, and then go Quillin, Divine Ishbala Axe. And Gorgotha is mostly just there as a board clear in case the board is bad, and to tank for you. And you do it with Priest just because it gives you extra yellow to feed the team. However, if you're using Earth's Fury or Mang there, you can go a more offensive hero class like Titan or something else like that. Let's keep funding the Nisha. We're 1 away from a permanent plus 12 magic as an option. Oh, nice. How far have you medaled Anu? I currently have mine at silver. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it to gold or not. I think I'm going to get Quillin and Yagwe. Or sorry, Yagwe and Queen Titania to silver. Because it costs the same amount to get 2 troops to silver than it does to get 1 to gold. And I feel like having them both at silver would be slightly more viable than having Yagwe at gold. I'm not sure. Because we use Yagwe enough that, I don't know, it's a hard toss-up. We'll see how it goes. Is it Friday yet? Nope, still got a whole nother day before then. Whole nother day. Oh yeah, we have over 1,000 arcanes, I'm pretty sure, for this kingdom. It hasn't overtaken our Warren's arcane yet, the green-yellow arcane lights, but they're starting to get pretty high. I believe we're at 1,100 or something. But our lights are at like 1,600 or something. And the rest of our trait stones are around like 200 to 400. Which is kind of funny how much higher these two are. The other one because of Warren's, and this one because of us grinding Urskea constantly. In order to quick kill it. They did say that they might eventually add something to sync trait stones into the game. How they're going to go about that, we don't currently know. But if they ever do, we have so many spirit trait stones. More than we'll ever know what to do with. Yeah, thank you, Bill Warhammer. Greatly appreciated. Oh, do take care. Yeah, do feel free to leave a like on the stream as well. Ends up helping out a lot. Due to YouTube algorithmness. Actually, YouTube's algorithm really loves live streams. The only real big issue with it, though, is YouTube, like, auto-advertises. Like, they really spam it too much whenever someone is live. Because they do it in, like, the little notification things, which I actually do have enabled, just because I do like, kind of like it there. But it also shows it into, like, on the front page and, like, too many locations, I feel like, overall. I feel like we've lost the most amount of subscribers due to just the fact that YouTube over-advertises anytime we're streaming. Oh, we'll throw that down. Because anyone who's not necessarily looking for Gems of War, or even the game that we're streaming at a given time, since we sometimes stream stuff that isn't Gems of War, just gets spammed too much every single time. I feel like particularly on the homepage, gets a really, really high priority over that, like the live streams. Like you can get over like hundreds of thousands of viewed videos just by having like a live stream there, because it goes into its own little section that has priority over several other things. They still have no clue how to make a live streaming service good. Like YouTube could have easily have been the next Twitch, but they flopped on it so hard. I still use it like a Twitch, obviously, but they're definitely not, like their functionality definitely isn't as good as things like Mixer and Twitch. However, I don't know, I still overall prefer YouTube, honestly. They have a lot of faults, and for whatever reason they're not doing much to fix those faults, but I don't know. It works. I know, Google is really bad at doing things. Like, just look at how bad Stadia is. I don't understand how a company that is so unfathomably rich can be so bad at doing nearly everything it tries doing. The only thing it has done correctly is YouTube and Google. Well, if you even consider that correct. But, you know, like, the only things that they've gone, like, ultra successful with are those two things. Pretty much every single other thing they have done has failed miserably. Yeah, I know, Stadia's terrible. Though I am interested to see how it is once it's free-to-play with YouTube integration. That might be the only thing that saves Stadia, is if they actually do that correctly. YouTube integration plus the free-to-play. The fact that you have to pay full price for games that you're basically just renting until the service eventually just completely dies in a few years seems horrible. However, being able to go and like stream a free-to-play game on Stadia and then have people be able to go and hop in immediately onto multiplayer aspects from the stream, like that feature seems like it would be really good. However, that's not even a feature they have available yet. But if that can actually become a thing, I feel like that might be one of the things that kind of saves Stadia to some degree, is the YouTube integration that it'll have once it's fully free-to-play. And actually gets free-to-play games on it, because I don't really think it has any like free-to-play games currently on it, like things like Gems of War and stuff like that. Like nothing like similar to that is currently on the platform. Oh, we'll get a mountain down, and then the Scorpius kill it. Alright, I think this will be our last chess. Otherwise, I'll be here all night trying to get this Nisha. But 100%, we are not ending this week without a Nisha. Because then we'll finally have all the Nishas we need. At least for global bonus. Obviously, we still need like a billion more Nishas on top of that. But as far as our plus 12 magic is concerned, we'll finally have it after all this grind. So it only took us about a month and a half. That's not too bad. Well, once Stadia is free-to-play, you won't need to pay for anything if they actually have good free-to-play games available on it. Because the feature for 1080p will have a free-to-play option eventually for Stadia, where you don't have to pay anything per month at all. And if there's free-to-play games, you wouldn't have to pay for the service nor for the games. And the devs of Gems of War did say that they might consider going on to Stadia. So that was before they did a horrible, horrible, horrible launch, but, or, you know, the Stadia, that is. But I'm pretty sure they're still planning on going to Stadia within the next year or so as another platform. They're literally everywhere else. I don't see why they wouldn't. As long as Stadia doesn't do a 100% flop. Though it seems like they're on the direction of trying to do a 100% flop. But if they could actually do every feature they said they would do, which, like, 90% of them aren't even a thing yet, I feel like Stadia could be okay. It's definitely not going to be the best streaming thing, but I feel like YouTube's integration will be the biggest thing that saves it. Because they're the only thing that could ever do YouTube integration. It's not like anything like Microsoft or anything would be able to do that. Okay, can we get a Nisha, please? Nisha, go. No, I saw new for a second. I was like, wait, did we just get it? No, it's just a Yasmin. It's just a Yasmin and a medal of Cedric. But yeah, we'll go on the grind soon, so we can finally get that final Nisha. 2 medals, 2 badges, 2 tokens, 1 away. And then all that becomes 3 Nishas that we can then set as our bonus. But for now, we'll just have to deal with 20% with 8 magic, which is still really, really powerful. And then sometimes is actually better than 12 magic. It depends on your team, but obviously something like, let's say, a double truffle with a double truffle with a Mirage Queen. Something like that would benefit a lot more from 12 magic than it would from this composition, because obviously you don't actually use the 20% magic. Any kind of team that has that 40% build, 50% build kind of thing isn't really going to need to have the 20%, obviously. So in those instances, the 12 magic is better. There are instances where you don't have any mana start, where 20% with 8 magic is actually stronger than 12 magic. However, there are a few instances where 12 magic is better, and one of them is one of the best teams of the game, the Truffle team. So it'll be really interesting to see how Truffles actually pan out once they have that 12 magic, particularly in PvP, given that I feel like PvP and Guild Wars would actually be the 2 biggest benefits where that team would gain the biggest amount of benefit. So having another thing to watch YouTube at, kinda. It wouldn't be like that. What I mean by YouTube integration is basically they would have it, supposedly what Stadia is eventually going to do, is it's going to have a free-to-play option for up to 1080p, and it'll have YouTube integration in a way where games on Stadia, you'll be able to go and have people from your stream on YouTube immediately go in. So there'll be something like on screen or something, or in some way, shape, or form. You could just click it, and you'll go into like a queue, and if we're doing some kind of multiplayer game, you could literally just get added in. And we might even be able to use that for Gems of War if it comes on, just to be able to like fight people in PvP and stuff like that, or, you know, fight your team just for the fun of it, or do some kind of queue system like that. I'm pretty sure we won't be able to use it for much Gems of War integration, but for other games it would be decently beneficial for like anything that's actually like more of a multiplayer game, particularly if it's free to play multiplayer. Though even if it's just like a cheap indie game, it could probably work too, if it's a decent enough one. But yeah, Stadia in its current state is horrifically bad. Like, really, really bad. We'll just have to see how things go as it develops. But I didn't bother buying the Founders Pack. It seemed like a complete waste of money, especially with current reviews of it. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we are every night, an hour and a half prior to now tomorrow. Other than that, we'll be mainly doing the class event and farming up and hopefully getting that Nisha tomorrow night. We already finished out Tower of Doom, so that's done. And then this Friday, we get a new Mythic. Also tomorrow, sometime tomorrow, assuming the patch happens tonight, I'll probably be doing Mario Maker 2 a little bit tomorrow. I still haven't streamed it on this, but yeah, we'll be finally streaming it onto the channel some, for any of you that want to catch it out. I know some of you wanted to see it. But yeah, we'll go mess around with that. I believe online multiplayer even works properly, so I can maybe even do some multiplayer versus or co-ops with some of you guys as well, if you guys have the game, and we can get that working properly. I tried doing it with friends in the past, but it didn't really work that well. But I believe they've updated it since then, plus they're literally getting another update tomorrow. So hopefully that fixes it some, to a degree that it's actually functional. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later, and hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful night. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.